How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to Unorthodox Savings. Today I'm talking to you about BITO, or ticker symbol BITO, which stands for ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, that came out on Robinhood and other trading platforms on October 19th, and at the time making this video is at $41 a share. As many of you have seen, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have been taking off over the last several weeks in anticipation of what is happening with this ETF dropping. And not only that, it is a foreshadowing event because other major firms are going to be coming out with their own ETFs, which I'm going to be reading to you guys this article I found explaining the future of ETFs for cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin specifically, and what it's going to do with other coins you're investing into in the price of Bitcoin in the future. I will leave the link down below for all the articles I am reading. It starts off saying the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF began trading at $40 a share under the ticker symbol BITO and finished up the day at 5% in the green. The ProShares Fund is the first of what is expected to be several ETFs that track Bitcoin futures to debut on Wall Street. VanEck, Invesco, Valkyrie, and Galaxy Digital are all among several investment firms that have applied with the Securities and Exchange Commissions to launch Bitcoin ETFs. So what you're going to see in the future is Bitcoin take off in price, and the other coins that are with Bitcoin or backed and moved to the price of Bitcoin are going to trail behind. So if you own any coins or have been watching any coins that move to the price of Bitcoin, which most of the crypto market does, you can buy in those coins and anticipate a rise in price of everything. Many of the coins I track on this channel are Ethereum based but still move around with the price of Bitcoin, such as Anchor and Shiba Inu. It should also be noted for those of you who actually want to invest into this ETF or other ETFs specifically, the price of the ETF will not directly move the price of Bitcoin. Investors investing into Bitcoin and the ETF will be different. It will be kind of similar, but it also depends on people's trading strategies, what larger investment firms decide to do, and over the long run, the ETFs will basically stagnate out in price. The whole reason why they're creating these ETFs is to create an insured way to invest in the cryptocurrencies, because what they're trying to do with Bitcoin is make it like the gold standard for cryptocurrency, so you're not going to see a huge fluctuation in price, but instead a very slow gain over the long term that is a safer investment for long-term investors. And what you'll see is people in that financial area will come out with their own little articles trying to talk about the ETFs. They get their 5 minutes of fame, who will just speculate on things and hope that they can get some type of click off of it. Now, what I personally think is going to happen is that this ETF is going to blow up in price in the short term and then dip off. This is very common amongst IPOs and other ETFs that are launching. Is everybody gets hyped, they buy into it, and then it'll dip off. Cryptocurrencies are very hot right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it stays like this for a little bit longer, but in my personal opinion, I won't be buying into the ETF right now. Instead, I'll put more money into cryptocurrencies because that is what I am more interested in and have a larger position in. There's nothing wrong with investing in this ETF. I have no qualms about it, but me personally, I see a larger gain and also a smaller, larger risk that you can take by investing into cryptocurrencies. So that is where I'm going to put my investments for the time being. For those of you who are interested in what I am doing in real time, I have a Discord link down below. Feel free to join. Every day I'm in there talking about cryptocurrencies, stocks, and real estate. And you can also share what you're doing, ask questions, and this every day as a buy and sell things. You can just watch what I do. Now back to the ETF, I'm going to use Robinhood just because Robinhood's easy to understand. The open for today was around $40.89. The high was $42, and the low was $40. The 52-week high and 52-week low is still obviously new. And as of right now, there is not an expense ratio for this ETF, which is really, really good. Some ETFs will charge you an expense ratio if they're actively managed or if they're trying to make more money for the transactions. This is more commonly known with stocks because they can make money off of stocks because of tax reasons. But for cryptocurrencies, it's obviously harder to track. So as of now, there is no expense ratio. If you really do believe in this in the long term, adding this to your long-term portfolio, this could greatly pay off 10, 15 years down the future in case this ETF decides to change that as the government comes out with more rules and regulations on cryptocurrencies. So that's all I have for this video right now. I will do more updates as news comes out. Obviously, this ETF is brand new, and there's going to be articles coming out in the next days explaining anything you could possibly think. And what I mean by that is if you think the ETF is going to go down, you're going to find an article on it. And if you think the exact opposite, you'll find an article on it. What I explained in this video is what things happen with ETFs historically speaking and what they tend to do. And it could be completely wrong because this is very new, because this is the first ETF based off a cryptocurrency. There's been others in the past through other countries such as Canada. Canada has created their own ETF for cryptocurrencies, but since it's a smaller market, it's more easy to predict. This is obviously the first one in the United States. Like I said earlier, if you want to know what I'm doing in real time, I have a Discord down below. If not, I'll be uploading once a week on my #1 stock picks, what cryptocurrencies I'm buying, and different news that is coming out on cryptocurrencies that I talk on the channel, which is Anchor Coin, Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all my stock picks, and my real estate properties I'm currently buying. So thank you guys very much for your support. I really do appreciate all of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.